Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. I hope you're well. Today, we're continuing our playthrough of Botany Manor, and I hope you'll join me. Let's get started. I realized that we have the flower room, and I hadn't put anything in the flower room, so I added the flowers that we have found thus far in here to get that going. And now we'll run over to the gatehouse to check on our delivery. We have made it to the gatehouse. Letter from sister. Dear sister, I am so glad to hear you have returned safely from your travels. While you were away, I changed the code for the library door lock each time I visited, as I know some of grandmother's valuable items are kept in the secret vault. The new code for the door is the 3 initials of my name to make it easy for you to remember. I hope we can meet soon. I look forward to hearing about your adventures. Your loving sister, Elizabeth. Okay, the new code to the door is the 3 initials of my name. Okay, I appreciate that music stopped because it is quite loud. But then the ambient noises are too quiet if we adjust the music. So I think, was it the family? The family tree, yes. Because there's Arabella. So Elizabeth Ann Greene? Maps. So the library. Right. Upstairs. And there's a second floor too. Okay. Look at this. So, is this? Yes, it is. So we need Elizabeth Ann Greene. No? Or would it be green? No? I don't understand. Oh, let's go back. Oh, do you think she took... Was this in maybe one of the other clues? She might have taken her husband's last name. So, E-A-H. E-A-H. Let's try it. Yes, she did. Okay. Cute. Cute. That's locked. Thank you card. Dear Lady Greene, thank you kindly for the flower books you sent for my daughters. To this day, they still show an interest in learning more about plants and painting. I am keen that my daughters have access to a good education, so I hope you don't mind me putting it upon you that you might be able to teach them somehow. Your dedication and knowledge seems so rare and inaccessible elsewhere for young girls like mine. I hope you will consider my proposal. Sincerest regards, Olive Campbell. Okay, so Arabella is helping instruct these 2 little girls. It's for sitting. Modern methods of teaching. Anything else? We can open here. Oh, wow. We can do more. Oh, botanical allies. We've made it to chapter 4. Four new plants added. Oh, wow. Look at that. Very beautiful. Actually, hold on. We got new things. We got some new things. So, botanical allies. We have a Nightfall. Lulum Hesperides? I vaguely recall my grandmother studying the Nightfall when I was young. Seed packet location, Grandma's vault. Sapphire Gloom. So this one has a lot of clues. This one has 2. Sapphire Gloom. Judging by the name, I don't believe this to be an edible mushroom. Okay, seed packet location is the study. Cradle Fern. The past years, these ferns have drastically declined on the bank, so I feel compelled to research any changes in their environment. This is a master bedroom for seeds. And then Brook Chalice. My friend wrote to me about the Brook Chalice, which made me want to research them. The packet is in the attic. Okay. This is a lot. 4 is a lot. One evening, a fox was in search of something to eat for dinner. He saw the crow sitting on a tree branch, holding a big piece of tasty cheese in her beak. So the fox came up with a plan. He walked up to the crow and complimented her shiny black feathers. The crow was suspicious of the fox and kept her beak tightly closed on the cheese. The fox kept on charming the crow, describing her as the most majestic of all birds with a big, strong beak. Oh, what a song that beak must make. It must be the song of a queen. Please, beautiful crow, let me hear it. Flattered by the praise, the crow forgot all about her suspicion and also her dinner. So she opened her beak wide to utter her loudest caw, and down fell the cheese straight into the fox's open mouth. Ooh. From Aesop's Fables. Okay. I don't know what that one's going to help us with, but... Ooh, we have some symbols. Oh, I wonder if this is a door. No? Okay, so there's got to be a code. Any sort of code. Interesting. Is there anything else I can inspect? Mushrooms. Oh, wow. Isn't that stunning? And there's a little succulents. Oh, very cute. Okay. What is this? Wonders of the night sky. Okay. Is that a clue? Potentially. So not a ton of clues in here, but something that's going to open up, I think. All right, let's make our way around. We have some more pictures. Some more fables. The golden fish. One bright morning, a poor fisherman caught a shining golden fish. The fish cried, "Please let me live. I am not a fish, but a prince enchanted by a wicked spell." So the fisherman let the fish go free. When the fisherman's wife learned of this, she demanded the fish grant a wish in return for its freedom, a cottage instead of the hovel where they lived. So the fisherman returned to the shore, and the fish granted their wish. But the wife was greedy and demanded riches, a palace, and servants. All the while the ocean became darker and the shore was black with dirt. Finally, the wife wished to be so powerful that she could grant wishes for herself. In return for this greedy request, the fish revoked all of the wishes it had granted. After that, the ocean became blue again, the shore clean, and the fisherman never saw the golden fish ever again. Oh. Don't get too greedy. Your company is respectfully solicited at a New Year's ball to be given at Somerset Hall, Thursday the 4th of January, 1860. Supper is at 6 o'clock. Good music in attendance. E. Grimes, proprietor. A ball invitation. I should flip it. Cousin, wash your hands and accompany me. You won't find a husband at the bottom of the garden. Okay. We have some clues. We're gonna need to find a lot of clues. A lot of fables. Interesting. The hare and the tortoise. At midday, a hare and a tortoise took a walk together. The hare moved quickly and noticed the tortoise struggling to keep up. The hare laughed and challenged the tortoise to a race. The tortoise accepted. A course was decided and the race began. The hare immediately leapt out of sight, but then laid down to take a nap, sure that the tortoise would never catch up. The tortoise plodded slowly on, making his way towards the finish line. When the hare awoke from his nap, he opened his eyes just in time to see the tortoise crawling slowly across the finish line. The proud hare had been so sure that he would win and underestimated the tortoise. As the tortoise crossed the finish line, he exclaimed, everybody knows this one, slow and steady wins the race. Why would you take a nap right at the end of the finish? Like, right, the finish line is right there. I don't understand. Personally. The rising sun. Another book. Okay. Where else could we go? I wonder, so this was, the image is the hare and the tortoise. There is also a rising sun. Hare, tortoise, rising sun, fish. Crow. Fish, rising sun, crow, hare? And there was also a moon, wasn't there? There was. Do you have to push it, like, in order? So the order that I found them was... Would it be crow, moon? What was up first? Was it fish rising? Oh, fish rising sun? Or fish air rising sun? No. Okay. Let's try. So let's look at this again. So we have... So books, 3 of them are, I wonder if, these are time, like a night, one evening. Okay, the fox was the evening. Could they be like morning to night? One bright, okay, so the fish is the morning. At midday. Okay. So the hare should be the middle. This should be... So would it go... Is that rising sun? Like, right... That's Wonders of the Night. Oh. If we do... Let's try. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay, so it was time of day. Ooh. Look at that. Okay. Let's... Sunset, 1st of May, red, orange, yellow, pink. Sunset 2nd, 22nd of May, blue, yellow, pink. Oh, this is going to become a thing we have to memorize, isn't it? Sunset 8th of July. Are those all clues? The sunset paintings, yes. Let's make sure we've hit them all. The London Record and Weekly Journal of Literature, Science and Art. Lindley appointed chair of botany at University College London after an esteemed early career as assistant secretary to the Horticultural Society and admission as one of the youngest ever fellows to the Linnean Society. John Lindley plans to elevate the science of botany. He spoke thus in his inaugural lecture. It has been very much the fashion of late years in this country to undervalue the importance of this science and to consider it an amusement for ladies rather than an occupation for the serious thoughts of man. There's a lot of like power dynamics between men and women in this. Lindley also challenged the Linnean classification system and proposes many changes. Got it. We'll probably have to reference that again. So these are a lot of different color orders. I'm not going to memorize them because we'll probably have to come back for them. Okay, I've collected the seeds. I vaguely recall my grandmother studying the Nightfall when I was young. So things that relate to night. Could this be the Night Sky book? No, how do I get to... Oh, so I can't even select the other. Interesting. So that's not going to be the clue. I've collected the key to the study. Good. Nightfall progress. I have been trying to encourage the nightfall to bloom for a little while now. I'm determined to prove it's more than just a myth. So far, I have deduced that the flower opens at sunset and only during a particular time of year. When exactly that occurs still remains a mystery to me. I shall plant a few more seedlings tomorrow and continue my research. Task for this month. Monitor nightfall seedlings. Rose plant something? Collect field samples. Seed collection. Okay. That is interesting. So it's only going to bloom at a particular time. So we can unlock the study. Ooh. And I see our seeds here. So this is the Sapphire Gloom. And well, I think the Nightfall is gonna have these two. Tree diseases. Arboriculture. Red tree pox. If a tree is infected with red tree pox, many small red spots will be visible on the bark. It can usually be cured by adding fertilizer to the soil of the tree. And then hypoxylon? Don't know if that's right. Hypoxylon causes black patches to form on the bark of the tree. It is usually a sign that the tree is lacking in hydration and won't stay alive for much longer. A red tree pox? I pox a lot. Okay. Bird eggs. Kingfisher egg. Is the egg going to be the egg is going to cause some sort of interest. Mushroom food sources. Just like plants, fungi need food sources to grow strong and healthy. However, some fungi haven't always had access to nutrients through soil and have evolved to retrieve it in different ways. This means they have become carnivorous because they only acquire the nutrients they need by consuming other living organisms, such as flies, bugs, and plants. Some mushrooms even get their nutrients from feeding on another type of fungus or parasite. Mushrooms growing on a tree is usually a sign they are consuming the tree, so you should remove them immediately. Not always the case is underlined. The remove them immediately underlined, not always the case. Interesting. Okay. Arabella, I have some more books from the department that might be of interest for your research. One I recall was a favorite of your father's. If you have any trouble when you visit the college, tell the secretary you are collecting material for your uncle. So long as they are returned before summer ends, the professors won't notice. Best of luck with your research, Uncle Theodore. Okay, so I'm gonna bet this would be the tree diseases and the mushroom book. I'm thinking. So maybe what we need to do is find a tree. Meadow orchids of Britain, collected and researched by Professor J. Montague. Oh, we've got a siren, everybody. My dear friend, January of 1890. I have been pondering these last weeks what could be the best way to see your remarkable flora reach the wider world, since it is so seldom we are able to see our work published. Considering your uncle's reputation in the scientific field, have you considered asking him to publish your herbarium under his name? It may not give you the recognition you deserve personally, but it would be a way to reach your goal of adding to the scientific record on botany. Do consider it. I would hate for such an important research to stay hidden away. Warmest regards, Anne. Interesting. So she won't be able to publish it herself, so they're hoping that she could publish it with her uncle so that somebody would be able to see it. Now, we're thinking that I'm thinking we need to find a tree. We know where there is a tree. The mushroom. Could it grow on this one? I'm curious. I need, here. The mushroom is this one. Oh yes, I need soil first. That would be helpful. I am just curious. Ah! Whoa! Oh my goodness! Oh, and then that unblocks the door! Excellent. The sapphire gloom is a wildly misunderstood mushroom. It grows commonly on trees, and as opposed to popular belief, the mushroom consumes its parasites rather than the tree itself. Oh, that's so interesting. Okay. We can pick the mushroom up and bring it over here. Great. I see that these ones got a little bit like tarnished, I guess, because they were outside. We weren't taking care of them. Okay, so let's go back up. It's very clever that they only gave us the one with 2 clues to open that first. Very smart. Wow. The trapped fairy. This does look like nighttime. August 10th. Dearest Arabella, I was taking a walk along a river in Somerset recently and noticed a sight that I just had to write to you about. In the water, I saw the Brook Chalice blooming. I've never seen or heard of it flowering before. None of my books mention of it. It was so beautiful. Do you have any idea what would have caused this? Ever your friend Edith. Okay. So that's the Brook Chalice blooming. Letter about weeds. Attic is locked. Cradle Fern. Cradle Fern has eggs. Okay. Nightfall. This is these are both research. I'm gonna bet that this one also is the fairy painting. We're gonna guess and see if we're right. So we can do some planting up here. Oh, this must be the bedroom. So we've got the cradle fern. Good. Ooh. Aquatic weed removal. Do you have a pond? Do you want to swim in it? Is it covered in slimy weeds? We are specialized in removing the following weeds: algae, Himalayan balsam, brook chalice, duckweed. Make an appointment today. Clark & Co. just certified weed removal and agricultural services. We'll add that to the brook chalice. Nope, other way. So brook chalice is like a weed. Somerset Society for Wildlife Protection offers a petition to be presented to the Honourable House of Commons. In recent years, hunts have been taking place near the Somerset rivers. Tragically, this has led to the decline and even extinction of some bird species. No longer can we hear their beautiful chime-like calls. We call upon the government to regulate hunting near the rivers of Somerset. We ask that they respect the breeding times of wildlife. If you agree, please sign below and return this letter to us. No expense attends signing. Your signature, Arabella Greene. So this is rivers. I think petition. We shall find out. The Trapped Fairy, a folktale. Once upon a time, there was a little fairy who loved gazing at her own reflection in the water. She lost track of the time, and the day turned into night. Nyx, goddess of the night, noticed the little fairy. The moon was shining bright, but the fairy only had eyes for herself. Nyx took offense and decided to punish the little fairy. Nyx placed the fairy into a nightfall and cast a spell on her. She fell in love with the moon and gazed upon the sky all night. As dawn approached and the sun arose, the spell broke. Though just as the fairy awoke from her enchantment, the flower bud closed and trapped the fairy for eternity. Oh, yikes. Oh, yikes. We'll do the fairy story. This is a cute little room. My dear Nova, never forgotten. Oh, she had a cat? I was going to say my dearest friend, because they all have been. Letter from Eliza. Dearest friends, it seems Our interest in visiting the private plant collection of Lord Spencer has gone unacknowledged. While disappointing, I am not sure it is worth pursuing scientific study in such places. On my recent visit to Brinsby, the young man showing us around had barely a basic knowledge of plants, and due to there being a large group of gentlemen in the party, all useful time and erudition was devoted to them and none given to Constance and I. Let us plan another trip of our own, and perhaps we can see these specimens in their home habitat, where they belong. Ever your faithful friend, Eliza. Interesting. Brinsby. I'm not sure where that would go just yet. Essence of arnica flower. For sprains, strains, and joint pains. It's true, it really does work. Tincture of red clover. Chamomile red clover seems to soothe hot flushes. I don't yet know what that one will be supporting. Probably menopause. A hot bath at the turn of a tap. The number 30 bath geyser provides a rapid flow of hot water. Simply turn the tap and instantly hot water will appear. Can be used multiple times in a row without an extra cost. Ibbotson & Son, sole patentees in manufacturing. Okay. A bath geyser. So something is going to need heat, potentially? A pipe piece. Oh, I see there's multiple pipe pieces. Let's put it back. No. I didn't realize that there were so many. We gotta connect the bath geyser here. Maybe this one? Is there one more piece? There is. Oh, is there a... Okay, is there a plant thingy? There is. So one of them needs heat. Wilson Plumbers, Lady Arabella Greene. Installation of disconnected pipes. Dear Arabella, here is our quote to repair the geyser in your bathroom. The cost might seem high, but trust us, it's a complex job best left to the professionals. Have a nice day. Frederick. Ah, nobody seems to trust this woman to be able to do anything. I mean, would the Fern perhaps have a change in environment? You can flush the toilet. But we haven't found anything yet to note which one. Montague Hall, June 1864. Dear Lady Arabella, I wanted to thank you once again for your invaluable contributions during our recent meadow orchid research expedition. Your keen observations and deep knowledge of orchids was so helpful. Your dedication to the field is an inspiration to us all. I look forward to future collaborations and the continued exploration of the botanical wonders that surround us. I will put in a good word for you with the Botanical Society. Most sincerely, Professor Montague. Something to do with orchids. Attic. I'm wondering if this is an orchid. It's looking orchidy. Somerset River Trust. April 1890. River swimming this season. Dear members, we want to make sure you can all enjoy swimming this summer, so we have cleared the most popular rivers in Somerset of all aquatic weeds. The river Chew, and the River Summer have all been cleared of weeds thanks to the services of Clark's Aquatic Weed Removal Co. Thank you for your continued support. Thanks to your monthly donations, the rivers of Somerset are clean and weed-free. Monthly donations can be made by appointment or subscription in writing to... Okay, so some of them are going to need water. It sounds like 2 of them could have water. And the Brook Chalice seems like it's a weed. I'm just wondering if they're getting mixed up. Official government health and safety warning, 8th of August, 1890. It has been brought to our attention that the factory of Barton Ironworks has been illegally dumping scrap metal in rivers across Somerset. These rivers are now polluted with rust, making them unsafe for swimming. Do not swim in the following rivers: River Cam, River Summer, River Chew. These are just the ones that they pulled weeds out of. The River Frome was also affected by the waste. Though oddly the river is completely clear of rust pollution, we are still researching what led to that effect. The Mayor of Somerset. Okay, the River From. Ah! Okay. So... if this is the correct plant, it likes 25. River From is good. 25 Celsius is the temperature, which I'm thinking we need the bath geyser. The bath geyser, the government notice, and the poster for the Brook Chalice. So we have to go up to the attic. I'm thinking I might have mixed them up though. That's why I'm a little bit... Oh, we're gonna have to do something with this. Wind again. Is that the attic? Or is the attic down this way? Attic. Hold the phone. I want to try to find the seeds. Oh, and there's another one. Oh, there's a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, I would like to test this theory to see if this is the correct plant. So we need to go to the bathroom. Scoop soil. Brook Chalice. Water it. Was the bathroom was here. Fill bath. No? No? Okay, what if... Can I leave this? Let me... Can I put this here? I am curious. Is it actually... I think it could be a Cradle Fern. And that's this one. Because something likes that temperature, so I'm curious. No? No. No? Let's try a different temperature. That over here. 5, Cam Summer. So we could try 5 and the 15. No. What about 15? No? Something needs this water. Anything else? Dearest Arabella, I'm writing to share with you an exciting discovery I have made in the botanical studies. Turns out that some plants are particularly sensitive to sound and seem to thrive when exposed to music or melodies from their natural environment. I hope to share more of my findings with you in the near future and would be delighted if you could join me in my research. Your sincere friend, Marianne. Is there any other research? Okay, August. Is there anything about, like, months? Flower growing companion. Gardening curiosities. Trap moth. Sometimes a moth can be trapped inside a flower bud if it closes in the morning. The moth is then forced to use the flower bud as a resting place until it opens again later. Some flowers only bloom for short periods during the year. So if the moth is unlucky, the flower bud won't open again until many months later. Okay, so this is like the fairy story. Moth spotting calendar. Oh. Okay. So this is going to have something to do with it for sure. And these are the moths. Okay, so that's going to be related to this Nightfall. Oh, can I bring the rusty pig? Rust. Ah, it was the rust that we needed. Oh, that's beautiful. Wow, look at that. We did it. Okay. Brook Chalice prefers to grow in rivers with a temperature of 25 Celsius. The plant naturally filters the water from rust and metal. Unfortunately, they get removed often, as most people prefer their ponds to be weed-free. We've noticed that. Okay, let's bring you to our flower room. Okay, we've got it next to the mushroom, so we have a few more spots left to fill. Back we go. Let's start over here, because we didn't look up at this. So this is, we're going to have to do something with music, I think. Bird calls. Okay. Shoveler duck, blue heron, shell duck, pintail. Interpretations from nature, written as easy to play melodies to enjoy at home. That will come into play, so we'll go back to the attic. Did we find... We've not found one clue, which is probably up in the attic. And then we'll finish assigning all of our clues. The sight of plants. Some scientists have theorized that plants have photoreceptors in their leaves and stems, which allows them to see the color of light. This means that flowers can tell the time of day and know when to open or close their buds. The exact time that flowers bloom is different for each flower, but most do appear to respond to light and the color of light in some way. Horticulturists and botanists have made use of this knowledge to trick difficult flowers into blooming at any time they like. This is definitely going to be for this one. So, you, Cradle Fern, will have the bird calls and the letter about melodies. So we're gonna have to figure out the bird, but first we have different colors. So we're going to need to use those pictures, the paintings, to determine the order. It's the Nightfall. Okay. So in the fairy story, the moth calendar, the trapped moths. Oh, so let's focus on this Nightfall. We're gonna need to figure out which order. So will any of the fairy imagery... Dear niece, I fear the window may be closing for you to find a suitable husband. What if she doesn't want a husband? I have arranged a dinner for you to meet my neighbor's son, Edward. He is successful in business in London. Your cousins, William and Thomas, may well aspire to become accomplished scientists. But for you, Arabella, it is better to make yourself useful in the small duties of life, for which you will be loved and appreciated. Your studious nature will no doubt be valuable should you have a son. But it would be foolish to allow such a folly to come before the important things in life. I am confident this is what your parents would have wanted. Dinner will be from 5 o'clock on Sunday. Remember to wear a becoming dress. Yours very sincerely, Aunt Agnes. Wow, Agnes. I'm not a fan. Not a fan, Agnes. Let us see if from the clues, so we have the moths and the moth calendar. We have a lot of different clues. We have the trapped fairy. So where was the trapped fairy story? It doesn't say anything about color. So it has to do with a particular month. Flower opens at sunset and only during a particular time of year. So I need sunset. These are all sunset here. Okay, so this is a moth. I'm thinking it has the tan and the brown on the top, and then red wings with blue polka dots. Tan at the top. So we have a garden tiger moth. So we're looking for garden tiger, September. So, September. First, let's get a pot. No, I can't pot it. Cradle Fern. Away. Nope, not the Brook Chalice. Nightfall. you will be going up to the attic. So we're looking for September. May, July, October, April, August, September. Blue, yellow, orange, red. 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 Yes! Ah! We got it! Seeing the nightfall bloom is a rare event. The flower only blooms with September sunsets. Night pollinators active in September, such as the garden tiger, often get trapped once the bud closes for the rest of the year. Oh my goodness. Is this actually true? That's wild. That is wild. Okay, we'll take this back to the flower room. And we'll place it, maybe we'll place it there. Look at that. Excellent. So we've got one more. So this is gonna do with the eggs and the music. So where did I put the pot? So we have to go up here. So what I want to check is the painting. So the egg in this painting is sort of like a light blue, and it has those like teardrops that are also sort of a bluish green. So if we go back to, there was a room that had eggs. Where was the room that had eggs? Were you? You were the room that had eggs. Okay. This one. Crested owl. Crested owl. This side? This side. Is there... No. There is a crested owl. Okay. E... I'm gonna write this down. E, C, D, E, G, F. E, C, D, E, G, F. E, C, D, E, G, F. There it is. We love to see it. We love to see it. There's the cradle fern. The cradle fern is used by the crested owl as nest, and in turn the plant has grown dependent on the owl's chime-like call to grow. What a fun relationship between those two. And we've got another delivery. Okay, let's go back. Drop off our plant in the plant room. Where should you go? You kind of take up, actually, you know what? Let's put this one here, because it takes up quite a bit of room. There we go. Okay. To the gatehouse. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. I hope you take care, and I hope to see you next time.